Can he drive?
Can he drive? You know what DK stands for?
Donkey Kong?
Drift King.
Drift. What do you mean, drift?
Oh, hit it.
Focus. Here you go.
Wait, whoa. From my house. When I got it here,
It's all about the Anza, man.
Yo, doing campfire drive today? It's sick.
Pretty much asked everybody, hey, we got some money for the cans. And we've been raising a good amount of money. And I was just surprised. I went shopping with this guy, and we got about 454 cans. Where you are?
So you guys watching him? You want to show it to somebody that's important?
Have you ever been?
Hey Spencer,
Sir.
what are you guys doing today?
We're coiling springs at a cruiser. This thing's sucks.
Alright, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, the Anza family, and those of you guys who are simply here to just go ahead and learn. In today's video, I apologize, it's actually pretty loud in the shop today because we're all getting to work. But in today's video, what we plan on doing is actually removing the front coil spring on this Jeep that I got behind me. TJ and Manny are currently under the car right now, getting it ready to go ahead and get lifted up on our 2-post lift. And we're just gonna go ahead and show you guys the process of that, or show you the process that it takes to go ahead and remove the front coil spring. So bear with us and let's do this.
We gotta measure, huh? Alright, so we're gonna go over here to our notebook. Tristan already has everything kind of laid out. I gotta find it in my notebook still. Removing and installing the front coil spring on the vehicle that is not equipped with struts. The first thing that we have to do is actually go ahead and measure and record the weighted ride height. So in other words, while the vehicle is on the ground, we go ahead and measure the distance between the bottom of the tire to the top of the fender, and then we're gonna go ahead and repeat that process once we've taken it off and reinstalled the coil spring. So that is on our list of stuff to do.
This is power steering.
These guys are doing something else completely different. You guys remember Block A from the first vlog?
The better job.
But anyway, going back to this guy. So as you guys can see here, we have to measure the first time. We remove it, check how long it's gonna take based on our ShopKey Pro software over there, and then come back to it and have our professor sign off on it, record the ride height again, make sure everything's good to go,
Get the right height.
and that's basically what we're going to be doing today.
Yeah, perfect. We can enter in the van.
It's the 4-cylinder. Yeah, we got it. Stop getting
If you tighten it here, you're going to torque that bushing
Right.
when it gets down.
Oh, thank you.
So we got the cotter pin out on this guy. This guy has the nut off. I took this one off.
Got it.
The strut is off. The coil spring still is not able to come out, so there's still some other things we need to go ahead and take off. It's gonna be this guy, and then that should be it. But if there is more, we will go ahead and take those off as well. So we got the front coil spring off. We had to take off the front sway bar, the end link. What else we had to take off? We had to drop like one of the, it was like a track bar or something like that. It's on the instructions. Let's see. Yeah, the stabilizer, bar link, the shock absorber from the axle, the lower suspension arms, the drag link, and the track bar. And after that, we were finally able to successfully go ahead and take off the front coil spring. And so now that it is off, we will go ahead and show it to our instructor, Rick. He will go ahead and sign off and give us a stamp for this activity. We will go ahead and put it on, and then that's how we receive the second stamp for the day.
No.
Why not?
What do I have to say?
I don't know. Get to work.
Yeah, get to work.
Alright, so we just finished on putting the stabilizer, bar, all that good stuff. The last one that we need to go ahead and put on is going to be this guy, and the reason for that is because in order for us to go ahead and keep the ride height that it is supposed to be at, we actually go ahead and run the bolt through it, but we don't actually tighten it until the car is physically on the ground and the weight is on it. Once the weight of the vehicle is on that, then we can go ahead and tighten it, and that will go ahead and take care of the ride height. And if everything is all good and set to go like the way that we anticipated, and everything looks good, everything is tightened to where it should be at, everything is fine, then we should end up with very similar, if not the exact same ride height that we started with.
Matco baby, Matco baby.
Makes the camera, or it'll make the camera go positive. Okay. But if I just take one out, okay, what's going to happen then is it's going to move this back, and it's going to change the caster. And we'll get into all this when we start to do alignments next year. Okay. And I told you yesterday, this stuff gets a little physical. You got to do more than just go, ooh, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Okay. The sleeve. Okay. We're coming down over here, connecting to directly. So we're going right from the pitman arm over here to the steering knuckle. Okay. We have a connection point here. Okay. Coming straight across and going here.
TJ and our group, we're going to be doing an inspection on this Bronco just behind us, but at the same time I am also going to be removing the steering linkage on it. They were able to go ahead and get it done yesterday, but for some other things I wasn't able to. So that's what I'm going to be working on today, and what we were talking about earlier in this video. So let's go ahead and get started and show you guys how to go ahead and remove the steering linkage on this Bronco.
The Anza Autotech vlog, boy.
So right now that we are about to go ahead and disconnect the steering linkage on the Bronco, there are three main tools that you're going to need. One of those being needle nose pliers, because we need to go ahead and take off the cotter pins on the castle nut. And then you're going to need a 19mm socket. You can either use a gun or you can use a ratchet, but it's probably easier to use a gun. And then the last thing would be a hammer, and that's really all you're going to need to go ahead and remove the steering linkage on the Bronco. There are 3 castle nuts that we need to go ahead and remove. The whole steering linkage ends up coming down, so let's go ahead and do it. So for the few of you who don't really know what a cotter pin is, this is a cotter pin right here. And so essentially what this guy is going to do is it's going to prevent the nut that it is on from backing off from where it is. And so this is actually the location of where this cotter pin came from. Right here, you can see there's a castle nut right there, and there's a hole right through it. And so this cotter pin just fits right in there. Let's go around this light. Just fits right in there. You bend this side of the cotter pin to the sides, and then that prevents the nut from backing out. Actually not a 19, it's actually a 21mm socket to go ahead and get those castle nuts off. So there's only 2 of them. There's one on the right side, and then there's one on the left side, and the left side and the right side of the car, and then there's one straight in the middle. And once you go ahead and take those guys off, then the whole steering linkage will just go ahead and come right off. It's actually a fairly easy job to go ahead and do on the Ford Bronco. Take out the steering link in a Bronco. So the 4 castle nuts are on. All that's left now is to go ahead and put the cotter pins back on. Typically, you want to go ahead and replace the cotter pins just because the ones that you take off usually get damaged to get really bent. But for right now, these cotter pins actually are not in that bad of a condition, so we're just gonna go ahead and put them back on. Alright you guys, well that is actually going to go ahead and conclude the video for this week. We will go ahead and catch you guys in the next episode of the Anza Autotech Vlogs. Remember to go ahead and stay up, stay tuned, and peace out. And if you guys haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, and please go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let us know what you guys like about these vlogs, what you guys don't like, what you guys would like to see, because we do have that opportunity to go ahead and work on cars here. So thank you guys once again for watching. We'll see you guys.
Hey guys, ValeeMeetz here. So we're gonna go ahead, come over here, give you a little tour of the shop. So right here, we got the Pimp Mobile.
Follow me at Westside Taco.
Westside Taco.
West_side_ taco.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what west side are we talking about here?
We're talking the west side of Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. That's the one with the ocean.
Yeah, that's where the old
Okay.
ocean
And
is.
what vehicle do we have here?
So we got my '94 Toyota Hilux.
Okay, let me get that in the shot.
From Mexico. So
From Mexico.
there might be some info packets in there. You never know.
Oh. Okay, we're gonna have to cut that one. Hey guys, coming over here. What do we have going on here, ladies and gentlemen?
We honestly finished most of our work, so we're
Respect the spot. What's your name, sir?
Speed Racer.
Okay, what about you, sir?
Balake.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go over here.
This is Hot Rod.
Tristy.
Hot Rod. We'll strap a
you're-
turbo to a golf cart.
What?
Hot Rod.
So as you can see here, we like to walk around, make sure everything's happening. Sometimes it gets a little scary. You know, Rick, he likes to yell. A little spooky.
Sometimes Dad gets mad. Sometimes Dad gets mad because we don't hold the flashlight in the right position.
Yeah, when Dad shows up, it is a little upsetting. The locker room gets a little scary, a lot of men in there.
A lot of big